It's 33 minutes after 7 now. Here's a very important conversation that we're going to have for the next 45 to 1 hour here on our show. It's a big agenda for us. So let's talk about ending the north to south migration in search of non-existent jobs. Focal point is a girl who left the north to do Kayayei job here in Accra. Now she wants to go back to the north to tell her people there's nothing down south. Our aim is to tell her story and solicit for funds to help her buy a sewing machine so she can go back home and start her own trade and sewing. So here's the story of 17-year-old Rashida. We'll come back with a man who did the story and then another gentleman.
This is Old Fadama, now popularly called Sodom and Gomorrah. It is arguably Ghana's biggest slum. Squeezed at the edge of the Korle Lagoon, it is now on the verge of explosion. The 80,000 population is gradually threatening the existence of the Korle Lagoon. Old Fadama presents you with snapshots of portraits of urban poverty in Accra. In here are many people who have abandoned their villages and towns with dreams of making it big in life. Unfortunately, many only succeed in merely eking out a living. In the heart of the community is Rashida, a head porter from Savlugu in the northern region of Ghana. Unlike many other head porters, she successfully graduated from high school. She nurtured false dreams that the only way she can make it is in Accra. She then arrived in Accra in December 2017, but now regrets her decision.
Some people came here, came back to Savlugu to say that if you come to Accra, a lot of things are here. You will get money and enjoy the life too. Unless you go and see how life is sweet in Accra. So, and I say, oh, I'll also come and see how life is. So as far as I'm here, the life is not easy for me.
Paying for accommodation, paying to use bathrooms and toilets is rather strange to her.
We don't have windows. That's the reason why we are not feeling happy to sleep. When you are to bath, you pay.
How much?
50 pesos a bucket. But the hot water is 70 pesos. The cool one is 50 pesos. And the 1 city, they will give you toilet roll. 80 pesos toilet roll, by the 70 and 50 paper.
So which one do you buy?
I don't have money, I use paper.
She tells me that about 20 of them sleep in a small room without a window.
The way we are sleeping in the north, we don't do that.
How do you sleep?
Can't you see this small room? We were more than 20. If you are going to sleep, the space will not be enough for you to lie down very well, to stretch yourself, do everything. You can't do that. So when I came here, I say, if I get money, I'll go back to North very soon. I'll no more stay here and I'll no more come to Accra again.
Rashida says many people have misconceptions that Kayayei are not educated, so they are always verbally abused and sometimes physically abused.
The person will just insult you as if you don't have father or mother before coming here. I was to cross the road and I didn't see her, I pushed her, so the water fell down and spilled. She said I should pay for the water, and I said I don't have money.
And then?
She said, then if you don't have money, I'll slap you before you go, and I'll pay my water.
And what happened?
So she slapped me, 2 slaps, and said I should go.
So what did you do?
I was crying, and I said, if I come back, I'll call my mom to tell her that she should give me money and I'll come back. So the day that the woman slapped me, that was the day that robber came and take all our phones in this our.
Rashida takes me round and shows me other girls in her community who have abandoned basic education with dreams of making it big in Accra. The girls tell us where they come from. Rashida has had enough of the rough life in Accra and this time wants to leave Accra permanently.
The money that I'm waiting for, if I get, I've already have 100 cedis. If I get 3 or 4, and I'll add it and I'll go, so that it will make 500. I want to use the money and buy tailor, so that I'll learn the tailor too and add it to the school.
We visit where she usually hangs around to carry goods for some few coins. The camera seems to deter her clients from engaging her services, so we leave her alone to continue her job. The bus from the north just arrived with young girls who have also abandoned school and have come to earn a living. Many more arrive at night, brimming with hope, but leave Accra disappointed, wishing they had never made the journey. Various governments have promised to stem the tide of rural-urban migration, but have failed. Rashida is poised to make a change in her life. All she needs is a sewing machine. Jojo Kobna, JoyNews.
And the producer of the piece, Jojo Kobina, joins me for this conversation. We're trying to get Rashida a sewing machine so she can go back. She's in Accra. She's been here. Jojo, good morning, first of all. How long has she been in Accra for?
Just 3 months. She came in December.
And she wants to go back already?
She wants to go back already.
Wow.
The reason why she wants to go back already is her level of education and the level of shock she received there. Because when you go through the slums of Sodom and Gomorrah, I mean, it's very dirty with sewers all over the place, and with her sharing a room with about 20 people, like, was something that like she had never imagined. And so with all the life there, and she saw everything was not pretty, and she has ego. She's a human being, and she felt, I mean, how can you insult me? I have been to school. And she told me that people who insult me, they have never been to school, but because I'm a Kayayei, when they see me, they feel that I'm not educated, I'm just from the north. And so she feels her ego has been bruised, and she feels that a human being should not live that way. And that's the reason why she's giving up already, and she wants to go back. When I spoke with her, she has saved 100 Ghana cedis in 3 months. I mean, she's been
from carrying loads.
From carrying loads, and she pays 5 cedis every week, every Saturday for accommodation 1 week, and then I mean water, and then toilet and other things. So she tells me that, I mean, at home I don't pay for toilet, I don't pay for water. I go and fetch water. I do this. I get money. But now I'm here and I'm going through all these things, and then at night, men will come to me. Sometimes I'm abused. Someone slaps me, and you know, she just brought all these things up and said, no, I cannot live this life. I must go back to where I came from, and she's poised, and she's really bent on. That's the reason why we decided to highlight her story. Yeah.
When does she want to go back?
Immediately she gets a sewing machine, she wants to just go. She immediately, if we give her a sewing machine today, tomorrow she's gone. But
she's convinced that she can change her life with a sewing machine back home.
She's convinced that she can easily go back to the north and learn how to sew and better her life. She feels that carrying goods is not for her. It's not something that she wants to do. I mean, we have other uneducated Kayayei who are very comfortable. Some are comfortable with, but she is not comfortable with that. And she says, no, And so she took me around, and it's very heartbreaking to see many of these young girls, extremely young girls, 14, 13, 10, and they have all abandoned school and are in Accra to make a living, carrying stuff, becoming what I call the beast of burden, carrying a human being, carrying a very heavy load, and they don't get anything, sometimes 2 cedis, 1 cedi, and then that's it. And they have to eat, they have to live, and she finds it very difficult to reconcile, looking at her life back north where, I mean, cultivate and then eat, and then she has a small hut, she can sleep, and having the luxury, nobody abusing her verbally and physically, and so she feels that no, this is the time. And so her story, she's not I believe strongly that she's not the only person who is nurturing this dream of just coming here, getting small money and then going back. But
why are we calling it Let's Be Fair?
The reason why we're calling it Let's Be Fair is that you look at rural urban migration, you look at especially the people from the north coming down here. We have not been very fair to them. We have not really looked at put in place, I mean, what do you call it, programs to help them. Various governments have I mean, I remember when Vice President John Mahama, before he became president, he met a group of Kayayei at trade fair, and then he gave them a host of promises. And we are going to train them. Some were trained, but at the end of the training, that was the end. They couldn't get any money to set themselves up. Nothing ever happened, and so many of them had just went back to carrying stuff again. And so she feels that, well, she needs the startup, that is a sewing machine, and then she would go back to the north, partner with somebody, and then learn how to sew, and then live her life.
Yeah, I think I felt really, I mean, the whole story makes me sad, but where I was most saddened was when she said she went to fetch water, she didn't have money to pay, and then, you know, the lady had to slap her before letting her go.
What happened was that she pushed a lady who was carrying sachet water.
Okay.
And the lady said, hey, you have to pay. And I said, oh, I can't, I don't have money. This was an accident. The lady said, I have to slap you 2 times. And she was slapped.
Does that slap make up for the payments?
Well, that unfortunately. So she was slapped 2 times and said that was the day that she cried. She said, I have been through all this. I mean, I cannot take this. So that day, the day she decided to call the mother and tell the mom that, hey, I want to come back. Can you send me some money? That was the night that she said robbers pounced on them in their room and seized their phones, 10 phones from about 20 people. And so that's their life.
So, you know, we've shared the story. What do we want our viewers to help us with right now with Rashida's situation?
We want a sewing machine. We want, that is what she needs for now. And so if you have seen the story and you can afford sewing machine, I think a single sewing machine should cost between 800 and 800 to 900 Ghana cedis.
Okay.
And that would give her.
But she has to pay
machine.
a little money to the madam who is going to teach her how to sew as well.
Yeah, so just a little money that can support her. So a sewing machine with just something small to support her. She has already saved some 100 Ghana cedis within 3 months, and she's bent on going back. And she says,
but no. Is that where we're ending Rashida's story? Because
no,
we're planning on going beyond that, right?
Beyond that, when you listen to Rashida, she's saying that when I was in the north, somebody told me that I'll make it big in Accra. Accra is a beautiful place. It's a very wonderful place. She has not seen the best side of Accra. She has not seen it yet. The only place she knows is the confines of her community, Sodom and Gomorrah, and then what she has gone through. And she's telling herself that, no, there's so many young girls who are coming here to Accra, feeling that they can make it there. There are jobs, but there are no jobs here. And so she said, when I go back home, I want to engage my people. I want to engage the people in my community and tell them that they shouldn't come. So I intend going with her to the north and Savlugu. That's where she comes from. And then we're going to show them a video of how, of her life, I mean her life in Accra. settling back. I mean, no, her life in Accra. We'll show it to the people, but then she will be a sort of an ambassador to the community to tell them that this is how life is. People come here and tell you the rosy things in Accra, that this, you find this in Accra and that you get a lot of money. But the reality is that you go through a lot, you suffer. So she wants to be an ambassador in Savlugu, in her town, and I feel that it's a noble cause. So when we get her the sewing machine, we will go with her up north, show the video to the community, and then so that she can also have an interface with the community, tell them that life in Accra is not that rosy, and that if you want to go to Accra, you should be prepared for the consequences. And then we follow her life and then see what the good thing that would come out of it.
Fantastic. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're just going to activate the phone lines now so you can join us. We want your comments, but we also want your commitment towards what we want to support Rashida with. We'll go on Facebook because we've put a post up. We're also streaming live on Facebook right now, so you can join us with all the comments from all these platforms, and then we will share. Don't make empty promises. We want to make it real for Rashida. She wants a sewing machine. She wants to settle back in Savlugu. So give us a call now, 0302-211-69102, 0302-211-69102. Give us a call now. We'll cross over and go on Facebook as well, and then read some of the messages. And hopefully you're making some real commitments. What kind of donations are we looking at? Are we looking at cash, or we're looking at somebody to say that I want to buy the sewing machine? Oh,
cash. If you bring cash, we'll be happy. If you bring the sewing machine, we'll be grateful. Anything you have, whether cash or the sewing machine itself, I mean, it should help us help Rashida, and so that's what we need. And you know, we have been looking at this Kayayei situation. It's something that has persisted for years, where we have very young girls leaving school, and now that we have free SHS, we need to keep the girls in school. But many of them are abandoning school and they are coming down south because of the poverty. And I feel that it's a big failure on the part of the various governments that we have had, and they don't seem to have a very concrete program and a plan to stop that, to train the girls, to make sure that what really drives them here is stopped. And I feel that we need to have a very big conversation about the Kayayei situation. We can't keep recycling this issue and keep talking about it and keep saying we're going to do A, B, C, D, and nothing happens.
We'll talk about the other angles to the story, what we intend to do, but let's jump on the phone lines now. We'll speak to Gulam in Waliwali, and then Idrisu in Tamale. I'll come to you. So let's listen to Gulam Hussein, who's joining us from Waliwali. Gulam, good morning. Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Thanks for joining us. Let's hear you. Hello? Okay, sorry, we lost you there. Let's speak to Idrisu. Idrisu Mutala in Tamale. Good morning to you.
Morning.
Yes, sir. Can you kindly speak up a bit for us?
Yes, in fact, I'm very disappointed. Oh. Good morning.
Good morning. You say you're very disappointed in what exactly?
In fact, what I've seen, I'm very sad about it. In fact.
So how do you want to help us? How do you want to support us change it? Hello, Idrisu? Okay, I'm going to let you go, Idrisu, but this is what I'm going to say. Please, when you call us, turn down the volume on your television sets, so we don't get either feedback or it doesn't take time for you to hear me, because you can hear me all right through the phone. So please turn down the volume on that television set. Just kill the volume totally. Let's speak to Seth Afo, who is also in Tamale. Seth, good morning.
Good morning, Mamazi. How are you?
Very well, Seth. How are you too?
I'm fine. In fact, I'm so touched this morning with Jojo's story. Myself and Jojo are friends on Facebook, so I'm going to contact him. I'm making a donation of 200 cedis. This evening, I'll contact Jojo through
his Facebook,
and I'll pick, if it is a mobile money, I'll pay it straight away to him.
Fantastic. We thank you. God bless you. Thank you so much, Seth. Let's speak to Francis Uncle. Francis, good morning to you. Hello, Francis.
Hello.
Yeah, hi, Francis. Good morning, Francis. Kindly speak up for me.
Yeah, I manage a vocational school.
Okay.
It's a public school anyway. But I'm touched by this scenario. And if the girl will be committed to it, it comes for training for free.
Hello. Oh, my God. Hello, Francis. We lost Francis Uncle in Sampa. That's where you're calling from. Kindly call back because you're in the middle of something really important. So we'll love for you to call us back. Golam is back. Golam, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yes, sir. Let's hear you.
Hello? Yeah, can you hear me, please?
Yes, I can. Please go ahead.
In fact, I am also disappointed, in fact, to hear this girl speaking this way. And then, actually, I want to say that most of them, when they come to Accra, they don't really give you the right information. Even though I don't know her situation, but we have people down north here who are really doing better even without going to Kayayei. Yeah, there are a lot of small work that you can be doing that could even prevent you from going to Accra. And then you also realize that people come and...
Hello? Okay, Gulam, we lost you there second time, but I think we get the import of your message, and so we appreciate it. Yes, we know it's not all so gloomy like, you know, the kind of picture that some people paint about the North. But, you know, when people say all the nice things, Jojo, about Accra, and these are young girls, and people come sometimes with evidence, they've come to hustle, they just come back with a little that they've gathered, and they come and show off. Everybody then wants to follow them and also come to Accra.
Yeah, you know, when you should see them, some of them, when they're going up north, they buy a lot of things. They buy bags, they buy radio sets, and then these are people who really hustle. And when they go up north, they don't tell them that, okay, this is what I really went through before getting, like, for 2 years I've not come home, and this is what I went through. They don't tell the hard part. They just say, oh well, all you need to do is just go to Accra and go and hustle. And then the people feel, oh, I have to go to Accra and also get my part of the cake, the piece of the cake. And what they find is very disappointing, disappointing. Especially young girls who are raped or are lured into sexual activity, and then they have children, and now they can't even go back again.
Let's speak to Yaya. Yaya Salifu is in Tamale. Good morning to you, Yaya.
Good morning, Marvin.
Yes, Yaya. I hope you're well.
How is the family?
Everyone is fine by God's grace.
I just wanted to air my view over that particular case. Please
do.
You know, our people say that when you fall down, you look at where you strangle, not where you are falling. The Kayayei Mina can never be solved this week. To me, the politicians are not helping. Taking people from Accra to help them get settled is not the way to solve it. They should go to the root cause, which is the community. Go there and set up vocational institutions, arrest these girls, let them get 3 chances of building themselves. If you take them from Accra and help them get settled, those at home are also thinking that. Our colleagues went there and they took them and gave them vocational training. So what if we also go? Aren't we going to get the same treatment? So it's not helping. If we go to the community and let them know that we are establishing a tailoring shop for all the vulnerable people, and government is going to sponsor. Whoever wants to learn should come in there. They will quit the issue of going to Kayayei.
I get you.
But if you keep on saying that I have seen this one in Accra and I have to take him, and I have seen this person in Accra, we can't take each of them hand-picking.
I get you, Yaya, but there's something that you must also understand. It's not all the girls in Accra who want to go back in the first place. And so there's a lot of joy in one person at least saying that I've been here 3 months and I want to go back, and I want to go back and tell the true story. And we get you, Yaya. We've got to move on and speak to other people. I just want to send the message across that it's not all the girls in Accra who want to come back home. This is somebody who's an ambassador. She's lived it, and she wants to send the message. Let's speak to Tia. Ali doing Tamale. Tia, good morning.
Good morning, Mama V.
Tia, good morning to you. I appreciate that you held on for a while for us. Let's hear you.
Yes. Good morning to you and good morning to Jojo. Sorry. The story is quite touching, and as I can say, what I can say is that the immediate solution of supporting the girl to come back and then establish herself is good. But what is most important to me is the fact that Jojo has selected himself to come with the lady and then to go around and then make a kind of education to the people around, to tell them that it is not all rosy out there in Accra. They should stay back and then do something for themselves. So I think I want to pledge to support Jojo in this regard. My organization is Integrated Development and Entrepreneurship Advancement Services. That is ideas. And then this is what we seek to do. And if he comes up north here, I want to give him all the support. I want to partner him to do this education actually. To introduce some kind of entrepreneurship to the people, which they might be doing all the time, but I don't know. And then ask them that if they do it well, that's where they will fetch money from. And I also pledge to pay for the apprenticeship of this lady. I want to know how much it will cost. My outfit will be ready to take care of that, the apprenticeship cost of her training. And we have to follow through to see how she will graduate and then establish herself. And it should be something sustainable. So the education bit will make it sustainable. And I think I will support in that.
Tia, we really appreciate this. Kindly just hold on and give your details to my producer so we can get back to you. Tia Lido in Tamale, we really appreciate that. Alhaji is Alhaji Tiniyuri. Fortunately, is in Savlugu and he's joining us. Alhaji, good morning to you. Hello? Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning. Alhaji, kindly speak up for us. You're a bit low.
Yeah, thank you very much to give me this opportunity.
Please go ahead.
Issue about what? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Thank you very much to give me. The issue about the Kayayei ladies for our community and people have suffered for them.
I'm afraid we have to let you go because it's not quite clear. We're getting bad feedback here. Hopefully you can call us again. And let me just say this. There's a lot of political conversations. I don't want us to go back to, and this is government's responsibility, and this is that, and that's why we're where we are today. This is one young lady, 17-year-old. And one other thing, Jojo, I was hoping that we'll talk about is the fact that a lot of these girls come down to Accra and they end up going back with a child or more. But Rashida, maybe because she's been here just 3 months, she's kept herself. She has no child. She wants to quickly go back and settle down and do something solid for herself and also use herself as an ambassador. I want us to concentrate on just this situation and let's help a young lady back home and leave the policies and the government said this and the government should set up a training school. That's like a big dream that is not happening right now. Even if they say they're going to do it, it's going to take such a long time. Let's look at this and let's make a difference with that. That's, you know, my little plea to all of us. We have a friend, Roland Walker and myself, we have a friend, his name is Michael Amenin. He's in the UK. He's watching the show and he's pledged 500 Ghana cedis towards this. So Michael, thank you so much.
I'm grateful.
Tinasu, Bedema is in, no, I'm not sure. Tanasu, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay. So
it's a pathetic story. You see, it's because we are not educating our people very well. How do these girls come from Tamale, Savlugu, whatever, Boko to the south? There must be a department, this Alhaji, it was not Alhaji, female, the Ministry of Female Gender. They should take care of these things. They must have a school in the north, no matter how informal, to educate these young girls so that they do not risk their life coming down here to suffer in the south. there's no joy in Accra. Personally, look at the hardship you go through, paying for toilets. We all do, but they are not prepared for it. They are not trained. It is the duty of government. When we promise a lot of things to these young people, we must be able to back them up. See, they have a lot of sympathy, but some of us cannot help. A lot of people cannot help them. They should go back to the north, have a school for them, for informal. Teach them how or what to expect when they decide to come to the south. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your call and your comment as well. Aisin Awuni or Aisin, calling from Cape, because I hope I got your name correct. Aisin. Hello?
Hello, I'm here.
Yeah, hi. Good morning. I like your name, but let's hear you. Thanks for calling.
Good morning to all our listeners and then the team of JoyNews.
Good morning to you as well.
In fact, I am very sad to see this situation persisting because I know since this Kayayei issue sprang up, I was a small boy, and we have a pool of Northerners who are in good position, who could have taken this issue by themselves and then worked upon it. But they just keep quiet and they see it going on, and then it is just destroying our youth. Because you see girls that can in future be in good positions going through all this hell in Accra, and in the end they get impregnated and then give birth to children that are also, potentials to also be in that kind of soup. So I feel that I wouldn't restrict it to Northerners, but I will say that people who can help the situation as Ghanaians should come up and then watch them, dying slowly. Because, a lot of people come to Accra, and I'm telling you, if you know the number of Kayayei that die without unrecorded, it's kind of worrying.
Sure.
Let's handle this very well.
Okay.
And I know that as a nation, we can fight this so easily.
All right. Aisin from Cape Coast, thank you very much. Abdul Gafaro is in Tamale. Good morning, Abdul Gafaro.
Good morning.
I hope you're well. Let's hear you.
It is the greatest pleasure for me to join your conversation this morning.
We thank you. We appreciate your call as well.
And I want to send my greetings to you and to my good brother there.
Jojo. All right.
Yeah. You see, there's something here in the north is that you see that some of the southerners down there even have the empathy for the northerners. The fact is that there's a gap between the north and the south. Education has been there so many years before it comes down here to the north. And there's still a gap. So we see that even some of the southerners have that in a way or the other to bridge that gap between the north and the south. But you see the most worrying aspect of it is that when our northern brothers get stopped there, they don't do anything to some kind of to bridge that gap between the north and the south. When they get there, they build their houses, they buy their houses in the south. They don't have that empathy for the north to reason as they used when they were not in those kind of positions.
Yeah. Abdul, I get you, but let's not, can we not box the entire situation? Can we concentrate on Rashida? And let's look at the way forward for her, please.
Okay,
let's leave the bigger conversation.
Our sister Rashida is in need. What I think is that this was an issue that our leaders there would just have take it upon themselves and help her. She's not going there to be like an ambassador. And we are asking for support for her. Our leaders there can help her to now be like that kind of ambassador that she.
All right. I get you, Abdul. Okay, I get you, Abdul. Now, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be really hard. If you decide to go about, the normal rhetorics that we've heard, then we move on to people who want to make real commitment towards this cause. Isaka in Pusiga is joining us. Isaka, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, Isaka. Let's hear you.
Please, I want to congratulate your colleague for his good work. For what he has done for our staff. We really appreciate for the kind of help that but hello.
Isaka, kindly speak up for us. You're a bit low.
I said, well, I want to congratulate your colleague for the good work he has been doing for our sister, for taking her out of where she is and then bringing her back home. But I have an advice for my sisters over there. Hello?
Isaka, we're listening, please.
Well, I have an advice for my sisters over there. Okay. I'm also a young guy here in the Upper East region.
Okay.
I have a situation like that. I have a lady like that who completed a school like this. I also completed a school with the same person. I'm a youth employment. I'm under the agency.
Okay.
So the amount they are giving us is not enough. Yeah, so it's not enough. But we are managing it because there's no better place nowhere. So this my sister engage herself into it, but because of the pay that is small, we have to go to Accra. So if you go and meet such a kind condition, or when you go there with such a condition, at the end they will say maybe there was no job in the Upper East region, there was no poverty, there was this. But at times our sisters have to also be blamed because the condition they have to endure, they don't want to. Because there's no better place, there's no easy thing anywhere. Everything is hard to come by.
Yeah.
So you are times pleased to get what you want. But there's something easy anyway. So that's also my advice.
Okay. All right. Isaka, we thank you for that piece of advice. And then Hashmin is our colleague who's also forwarded a message from Youth Alive in Tamale. They also want to partner and support because they're also into something similar, you know, helping people to resettle, if you like. All right. So how do people help? We've had people make commitments. Seth said he was going to get in touch because he's friends with you on Facebook. Michael Ameni has promised 500 Ghana cedis, but Michael is my Michael, so he's going to send it definitely through me for me to deliver. But how can people make donations and support?
We will put some mobile money accounts on our Facebook, and we're going to spread it, and we're also going to announce it, give it out soon. And so between now and midday, we should have the numbers running so that whatever way, how you can support in any other way that you want to support Rashida, you can support so that we can take care. And if it comes by tomorrow or maybe Thursday, we just make plans and then it will just be bus bound to Savlugu and then interact with the people there. And so it is a very good cause, and I'm very touched and very grateful that people are also touched to help, enough to help so that we can lift Rashida off poverty so that she can just go back home and live a life nowhere cool, so she can tell the people that let's live here and we'll be fine.
Okay. All right. So Jojo, we'll definitely be following through. Tomorrow we'll find out how much we've raised, how far we've come, and then the way forward as well. I know that there are other angles. We want to get in touch with the minister. We want to see, there's a minister in charge of vocational training. We want to get all of them, but we want to do our bits with this, and then we'll see how it goes. Jojo Kobina, thank you very much for joining us and for telling us Rashida's story.